All right, I want to welcome you to this course on list building. In this particular module, we're going to talk about some common terms that you will hear come up in in pretty much everything that you're doing when it comes to email marketing and building your list. So one of the first terms is obviously the email list. Okay, and so an email list is basically just subscribers. Okay, or slash email addresses, okay, of people you can send promo emails to. Okay, so your email list is basically your database. Okay, and that's the first thing that you have to have in order to be successful with any type of email marketing campaign or building your list or anything like that. Is, I mean, you've got to first have that core group of subscribers, people that give you their email address and say that they want you to send them emails. Now, most of the time you obtain those through what we call an opt-in page, okay? And this is just a page with a input form, okay, that collects email addresses. Okay, so this is just the page that actually collects the email addresses. Um, so that's pretty much all the opt-in page really does, right? Is it's there to collect that email address, and a lot of times, okay, what happens is we give away a lead magnet in order to get the email, in order to entice somebody to give us their email address. So a lead magnet is something that's free. So it's a free giveaway in exchange for an email address. Okay, so this is something that we use to ask people, hey, if you'll give us your email address, we'll give you X, right? Whatever that is, that X is a lead magnet. It could be a free book, it could be a free PDF, it could be a free audio, it could be a free course. It could be like a Facebook group. If you give us your email address, we'll let you in the Facebook group, so on and so forth. So, whatever's relevant to your industry or niche, then obviously that's what that's what you would give away. These are kind of the standard terms. There's another one that would be pretty standard. It's called the autoresponder. Okay, you'll hear people talk about that a lot. This is basically the software used to store your email list and send emails. Okay, so that's the autoresponder. Some examples of that might be like GetResponse and Aweber, if you want to look those up. Okay, GetResponse and Aweber, those would be very good examples of of autoresponders that are used by a lot of people in their business. So these are kind of the core things, right? You've got your autoresponder that holds your emails. You've got the email list, which you're building in the autoresponder. You've got the opt-in page that has the lead magnet on it, and the lead magnet is there obviously to help to generate more email addresses, right? So more people to give you their email address. So these are some of the common terms, all right? Now, once we get a little deeper into the training, you'll hear things like open rate, okay? This is just the percentage of people who open an email you send. So an example of this might be if you send, well, we don't want to set, if you send 100 emails and you get 5 opens, your rate is 5%. Okay? So this will become an important topic because as we build your email list, right, you'll want to focus on your open rate. You'll also want to focus on your click rate. Okay, now the click rate can be determined a few different ways, but it's basically the percentage of people who click on a link within your email. Okay, so when you send an email to people, oftentimes there will be a link in it. That link is what is used to generate revenue. Okay, and so what we want to do is measure the percentage of people that actually click on that. So again, in this example, if we have sent 100 emails, okay, and we have 5 opens, all right, we can measure our click-through rate 2 different ways. So our click-through rate could be, well, let's determine how many clicks we had. Let's just say that we have 2 clicks, okay? Your click-through rate could either be 10%, right? Because that would be 5 opens divided by 2, which equals 10%, okay? So 10%. Or it could be, you could look at it as a percentage of how many, okay? Like how many of these particular people opened out of all the emails that you sent. And actually, I pulled these numbers up wrong. I'm thinking about them in different terms. So let me pull it up here again. Okay, so if we have 2 clicks, we could have the click-through rate as 2%, right? And that's because we had 100 emails sent, 2 emails clicked, 2%, okay? And if we did it based on our open rate, okay, so in other words, based on the number of people that actually opened our emails, which is a different, it's a different rate of return, right? I mean, that's not you're now looking at how many people actually clicked on the email from the ones that opened it, right? This particular click-through rate would be 40% because again, it's 2 of 5, right? So obviously the 2 of 5 will give you 40% of the people. So not quite half. You'd have to have a half of another click, right, to get to half. But the point is that most of the time you're going to measure your click-through rate right here. It's going to be the percentage of people that were sent your email compared to the number of actual clicks that you get on that email. Okay. So these become very important metrics as we continue to build your list, right? You have the term unsubscribe. Okay. This is just somebody, removing someone from your list. Okay. Then a lot of times people talk about cleaning your list. Okay, so cleaning, and that just means removing inactive people. Okay, so removing inactive people. So these are some of the common terms that we're going to use as we go through this training. Obviously understanding what your email list is very important. So obviously throughout the course we're going to be using these terms, so I wanted to share these with you up front. We're going to be breaking this down, how to properly analyze an opt-in page, how to find lead magnets, what your autoresponders are, how to increase your open rates and click rates. All these things will be discussed throughout the course. So this is pretty basic right now, but I wanted you to have a very clear understanding of some of the terminology that we're going to be using as we continue to progress through the course.